Yes, it's a live stream. What I'm doing at this point in time is I am making my Michael Jackson glove happen. Yes, some people might consider this to be the world's saddest and smallest. I'm not even going to say it, not in the first 10 seconds anyway. Yeah. Okay. So, you might be asking the question, why are we talking about fish gut cancers, huh? Well, I'll show you that in a second. I'm putting this on, and then final thing. Well, hello, and thank you for the like, whoever you are. I presume it's the opal, but it could be our good friend Adele. Which one? I'm going to bet 50 cents on opal. Bahaha! Weird title. Oh, it's actually true. It's absolutely one. Well, no, it's not true. It's sort of true. But I wonder how that's going to go as far as clickbait is concerned. Yes, you're quite correct. By the way, it's a bit of a misnomer, the whole idea of clickbait, isn't it? When you think about it, the only reason why you post something is because you want people to click on it. So every title's clickbait. These little grey cells, no? Okay, so here's my conjecture. I'll give it to you first so that you know that this is not clickbait in the weirdly accepted sense. This is a knobby. You can see that? And I'll try and prove it later on, but I've got a whole stack over here. I'll show them to you. It's these guys. Move these out of the way. These are all bona fide knobby A, right? Here's another one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of compartmentalize them. These ones, yes, sort of, but this one definitely, this one definitely, this one definitely, this one definitely, this one definitely. Now the reason why is because I'm having a look at them and I'm going, there is something similar about all of these knobbies other than the fact that they are actually, well, knobbies. Let's go have a real close look at them. Yoink. Okay, so let's have a real close look at them. So what we're seeing here is that little white spot in the middle, and you'll find either a raised spot or a white spot in pretty much all of them. Let's see if we can spot one in here. It's not that difficult to spot once you spot them. It's not a white cap, it's just a white spot, or alternately, yeah, just a little raised area like that thing there, right? Witch's hat knobby, they sometimes call them. But you see, all of them have got this kind of phenomenon sitting there. See that? White spot on the other side. So one thing you might not know about me, even though I'm a doctor, I'm a real doctor, as they say, my father, oh, look at that, nitric acid on my thumb. My father, he's a real doctor. Not a real doctor, he's a fake doctor, as in the one that cuts into people. He's a surgeon. And I don't know why, but I've been watching, you know those pimple popping videos? I know, it's a really nasty thing to be doing, really, isn't it? I've been watching them, right? Have a look, there you go. You see, I'm wondering if there's actually another word for these little raised spots on them. And that word would be punctum. Sadly, I don't know all the doctors in the world. I'm glad that you do. How did you get to know them all? So here's a punctum as well. Actually, one of my uncle was a fertility expert. People laugh about gynos, but like essentially, they spend their time going, "You can't get pregnant. You can't get pregnant. You can't get pregnant. You can't get pregnant." There's none of the fun bits that you hear about. So I'm sorry to make it boring for you, but that's the deal. Anyway, listen, my uncle, the gynecologist, he was great. What he would do is every wedding, he would come up to the microphone, whether he was invited or not, and he'd say, "Just, I've got something for the bride here. This is what we would like to call a hormone hamper. It's got everything you're going to need for every stage of your life." I'm not going to go and explain exactly what that is, but you know what? I avoided the hormone hamper, and my ex-wife avoided the hormone hamper. She probably needed it. Anyway, I think that was that an attempted troll, do you reckon? So at any rate, you can see these things. You've got these little punctums in all of them. And if you have a look at the side of them, I've kind of selected for the flattened ones, right? But if you have a look at the pimple popper stuff, you'd recognise these things as actually cysts. So I'm asking myself the question, are they cysts? So I looked it up. These things, knobbies, they are actually found in what you'd consider to be an anoxic environment. They're usually found in water hollows, where the roots were, or alternately, they were found in areas where the water properties change. So you go from high oxygen to low oxygen. If you know anything about these kinds of environments, you'll have a crustacean or something just happily crawling along, and then all of a sudden it'll just die because it's suddenly gone into a no oxygen zone. So that's what we're talking about here. Well, 1,000 feet tall, that's 300 meters. Wow. Is that my scab collection? No. My scab collection is much bigger than this. Why? I heard yours was pretty big. But if you read the title, you'd realise that you're not far off anyway. Listen, the deal is that these, I think, are actually fossilised tumours. So they could well be fossilised scabs. So it's not my scab collection. I've just happened to collect them. So why doesn't everybody have a scab collection is my question. That's true. You know what? I think that people should actually read the title before they try to troll you. just a thought. They might realise that that's not going to help. Because I was literally saying, are these fish cancers? I mean, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put these aside for the moment, and I'm going to start journaling with my amazing handy dandy pen. Definitely. Flip this around. See? Pen. Shakespearean style. Dearest Madre, I have decided to show everybody my fossil collection. Some person in the peanut gallery decided that it might have been a set of scabs. I corrected the reprobate and told them it was tumours. Love and kisses and all the other things, and maybe a proposal in the future. This is, after all, the 16th century. Belvedere. All right, there we go. So what we actually use this for is to write down the mementos. I don't know about the Tourette's. Have you gotten your spelling fixed yet? Because Tourette's, is that a oh, are you going for toilets? What are you doing? I don't even know what sledge you're trying for, dude. Oh dear. My goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Our trolls are actually at the bottom of the gene pool for today. Hopefully, a better quality one will come along. Anyway, what's the date today? Who knows? Okay, Google, what's the date today?
It's Saturday, the 21st of June, 2025.
21st of June. How about that? So we'll go the day before because America, and it should be the day before anyway, because technically it's still last night as far as I'm concerned. 20th of June. June 6th. I've been calling it the 7th. Who cares? 06 2025. Right. The Coriolis effect, yes, for toilets. I know, people always want to go, we're going to Coriolis our toilets. I have no idea why, like, people on either hemisphere are absolutely obsessed with the direction that your toilet flushes. For a start, toilets are different. The one thing about American toilets, as very famously said by an Australian comedian, is that you can't get used to the fact that there's still a poo in the toilet and in you at the same time. We don't have water that goes up that high. In Europe, they have what I like to refer to as a poo shelf. I don't know why you want to go and, are you going to go and get your friends and relatives and go, look what I've put on my shelf? I have no idea why they do that, but at any rate, they've got it. And, well, the Coriolis effect does happen, but it's like typhoons, hurricanes, and cyclones and stuff. More localized phenomena determine whether it goes clockwise or counterclockwise, and definitely not in a toilet-sized situation, and definitely not in an Australian toilet, because you never get a whirlpool. You just get a small amount of water going, psh, done. And we don't spell them Torlyd. Turlets. 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 Are you sure you're not meaning toilet? Listen, when you go to troll school, what do they teach you? Anyway. So we've got our knobbies. I've got one last thing to show you. It's this thing. What is it? Okay. I've been working on it for some time. But I think I've gotten it working properly. So I take this off here. And let's see if it works. And I might even make it all exciting and stuff. Glenn McGrath. I'll get some dye, I reckon. Stick it into the reservoir. Now, believe it, I haven't actually tested this, so you're going to see it as I see it. So we'll have some red dye here, and I'll probably need to. There you go, red dye. Parkway Drive's new album. Can you confirm that, Opal guy? I'm sorry, I'm busy doing a demonstration. All right, so now, what was I doing? Yes, here we go. So I've taken this out, and now I'm going to put this up on a bit of a rise because we don't want to have stuff go wrong, because stuff never goes wrong on my live streams. Needs to be a bit higher than that, actually. Go grab make it a bit higher thing. I was gonna find a thing to make it up. Okay, this thing. Hopefully that'll work. What's the bet we're going to have red fluid going everywhere? Like this liquid gets into chalk. Right. So now the setup is thus. We have a tube going from this bottle over here to this area here. Now the whole concept is this is unprimed. There is no water in there. So if you have a look here, you can see that no water in there. So what I'm hoping to do, I'll fill this with water and hopefully it'll just start. So in this goes first. Let's see if it works. Might need to put the lid on it. We might have enough to do it. Okay. It's leaking. This demonstration is going very, very well. Let's try and do it again. This time around, I'll hold that shut so that it doesn't do anything. As long as we get it going, it should be fine. Okay. Right. So tip this in. There we go. Put lid on. Hopefully it'll work now. Come on, you can do it. Looks like it's not working. Oh well. Yoink. You can do it. You can do it, come on. Let's get into it. Just needs to tip a bit further, I think. Come on, you can do it. This is not the stunning success I was hoping for. It helps if you have the other end in the freaking thing. Oh gosh, I'll make the demonstration work properly next time. Gee. Let's go outside before I embarrass myself more. I presume that is something talking about my amazing internet. Basically, Australia has got the world's worst internet. I tell you what though, it is quite a prestigious job going around like hunting through the internet for the worst performing cameras and then telling people that their camera sucks. That's another fallen knobby right there. Right, so let's get this party started. What we're going to do is, just for today, we're going to go and we're going to just carve through some of the knobbies, because what I'm looking for is a bit of striation. So what they mean by striation is a bit of layering. So I'm going to try and find the best knobby that I think will do it. I think this guy will. And we'll see if we can get it to demonstrate if there is a punctum in the middle. Now, punctum. Yeah, I know. It's all right. They're out in force. Let them be. Oh, dear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably have to fill up with the water. I hate that. I keep forgetting the water. There it is. Ugh. been busily doing a whole heap of things, and like there's always something that you forget about. And no, it's not. It's not the interweb. So anyway, some Minecraft moments. Right. And now we are finally ready. Let's have a look and see if we can get. Now, there's a few things we're going to be doing today. One of them is, I forgot to show you the opal, which turned out really well. So you're going to see that in a little while. I'm just going to open up this valve, the stopcock. Here we go. Come on, in you get. Don't worry, it'll happen. Come on. Get cracking, your little thing. Here it comes. Here it comes. Woohoo. Well done, little opal torchy thing. There we go. So let's try and get this to work. Come on, you can do it. A little bit more, a little bit of effort. Come on, a little bit of effort. There we go. And it's up and running. Good. So let's go. Bing. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this guy straight in half. This is not a normal opal cutting session. We're just going to see what it looks like on the inside. And that orange spot there. Bang. Right, here we go. And there we have it, guys. That's your pumpkin. It looks very, very much like a cyst or a tumour. There you go. So we'll try another one, see what it looks like. I'll just straighten this one out so we can see. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The intelligentsia of the world are wearing fish tumours. That's absolutely stunning. What a result. Let's see if we can get a shiny fish tumor. That is a great result. Go and grab another one and we'll see what happens. There's been a minor tragedy. I've just, my front opening set has just fallen on the ground. Yep. Got a few of it. Amazingly, they wanted me to stand there, he's cleaning something absolutely the scanner, so I'm going to stop my scanner for 5 seconds and then cut it open properly. First things first, get the forward to do it up. Right, here we go. Got this one, we'll just make sure this guy. Pretty epic result, really. Exactly the same structure, look at that. This time it's just sandy, whitey stuff, but it's exactly the same. Now we know why these particular knobbies do what they do. Alright, I'm going to try and change the quality. Let's try that then. Let's try that then. Wow, that's the sound I like. Hopefully everyone else is seeing this, because who knows. But as an aside, I've seen some pretty nice potato videos. Yes, it's very easy to stand on the outside and throw rocks, isn't it? It's alright. If that's all you can do, oh well. If it's any consolation, Opal Guy, they stayed up late just for me because I think St. Petersburg's got the same time zone as Sydney. You know, in the original crocodiles, and you will, and you shall. I'm going to go and grab another pretty rock from in the kitchen, actually. I think what the Opal Guy was actually trying to say is that there is a certain amount that goes into a live stream. There's a certain amount you can control. There's a certain amount that you can't. And if people criticise stuff that they can't control, just say a little bit about themselves. I think that's what he's trying to say. But I don't know. I can't speak for him. Here we go. And I'm going to have to cut this off. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but there's a thing here I have to cut it off because I'd already started it. Probably why I stopped. I realised I made a mistake and couldn't cope with the consequences. Oh, the shame. Oh, will you? That's good. And as you can see, the Opal Guy is worth his weight in gold, so look at his pretty rocks, is all I can say. It's not just me he helps out a lot of people. Hopefully this will come good. Good. We just got ourselves an edge case there. That's a shame. We'll try it from this angle, see if it works, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it's just that tiny little, look, it's just that tiny little sliver of stuff right on the outside. That's a shame. Oh well. What I did see was something which ended up in the tray, which ended up on the ground. I'll grab that. I'll also grab the other opal one, so it's slightly different there. I'll do this one first because it's a high risk opal. It's got an awful lot that could go wrong with it, and so we'll just enjoy the process, I reckon. This too has a pumpkin. Some voiceover. Not just any voiceover, the famous Opal Guy voiceover. That whenever someone turns on the internet, they hear his voice and they go, I will cherish this moment forever. There are people who have not eaten and slept because they realise that their life was incomplete without hearing your voice. So do that voiceover. The world is depending on you. The funny thing is, Opal Guy, I realised that I was going to finish it off. It's a very, if you remember the original Crocodile Dundee, there was a moment when a criminal agent said, you should have brought your weapon, and the guy goes, I don't need a weapon, I got a donk. What's a donk? And then Donk comes up and goes, oh, I'm a donk, and smack, smack, smack. On the live streams, you're my donk. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. It was meant as a compliment. Oh, 6 likes. Thank you, guys. This opal is one of those marginals that we don't know if it's going to work or not. It is pretty. I'll turn on the extra cheaty lighting and stuff to make sure it looks nice. You can see all that stuff. This pretty much identifies it as wood opal from the looks of things, even though I said it was a tumor. A lot of the time people don't even attempt wood opal because it's just too complicated. And you'll see the reasons why as we go through this. That boy needs therapy. Psychosomatic. That boy needs therapy. Crazy as a coconut. What's that mean? That boy needs therapy. Yeah. I was telling my daughter the other day that I saw an interesting phenomenon on the internet, and you were part of it, my friend, the opal guy. Trying to find where I put that opal. I said there was a gentleman who had a avatar which resembled a Hindu good luck symbol, if you know what I mean. And that person was chatting very cordially with a person who was of an opposite political flavour. They were getting on quite well with a lot of stuff. Which way did it go, Bart? Which way did it go? Put that right in. Oh well, it wasn't going anywhere anyway. Let's just get cracking on a nice one that I said that one was going to work, but let's get... I'm coming up, but we better get these opals started. Okay. This one will do. This one for sure. I just don't know what happened to the other one. It's just gone. Don't even know how that happens. Give this one a bell. My hands are... Is that it? Might be. Doesn't matter. Estonia. What a nerve-wracking place in the world to live. Did you know that the largest supply of opal before Australia was discovered was actually Hungary, though? So Estonia isn't that far away from Hungary. Yeah, we've got some opal which resembles amber quite a lot. I'll show it to you if I find some. Complete dinosaur creating mosquitoes. Yay! It worked! Woohoo! So there we go. Finally got one off the ground. There it is. Not great, very thin, but it's off the ground. Have a look at this guy now. Mexican jumping a pool. Now what's happened to you? Get that up. Like so. Will that fix it? Definitely. Alright. Spent a lot of time running afoul of the blade today. Partially to do with the cold hands, hard to hold on to things. Also, I'm a butterfingers naturally, so, you know, six of one, other does it on the other. And I think that is going to be all the way through. We'll find out soon enough. And done. All right, so we can get that out now. Let's see. Yep. So I managed to get all the sand out of it. It's quite a involved task, that one. There we go. Okay, that's good enough to go onto a drop stick now. I will stick that on because I'll try and get this one sorted quickly. Do you hear the angels cry? Oh no, it's just the opal guy. What? Ah, yes, the old moraine piles. We don't got many of them around here. Well, naturally you're near the Urals as well, which is, that's cradle of civilization stuff there. Like and subscribe. Oh, Pony, what are you doing there? Not bad. I mean, not great, but not bad. And my hand has been sliced and diced. So what we're going to do now, we'll just carve this into sections and we'll see if we can find things that we can turn into picture stones. So, wait a second. There we go, that's better. Sorry about that. Interesting. I'll show you this in a second. Right. Just cutting along a crack. It's not that I want to do this, so I have to. Oh, 8 likes. Thanks, guys. We're off to a bit of a rocky start, no pun intended, thanks to a pretty dodgy internet from the sounds of things. Oh, 9. And climbing. Well done, guys. And thank you. You don't have to. I know I know it's only a few newtons of force, but it still is an effort to do. I think of all the videos that I watch, and I don't necessarily like all of them either. In case you're wondering why I'm just cutting along these really crazy routes here, because I'm following the cracks. The proof is there that you've still got the carrot. Have a look. Right. That's actually the correct route to be cutting through it. Excellent. I think I have a spare internet in my garage somewhere, so what I might do is I might blow the dust off that. I'm just a bit loath to change the internet settings. It's one of those things you don't want to get wrong. So what have we here? I think it's a pattern we can use. What I'll do is I'll show you the kind of thing that these things can produce, and you'll understand why I'm actually putting the effort in. These things is a case of spotting the patterns as they appear, because sometimes the patterns you see are quite attractive, but you don't realise at the time that they are. You might miss out if you don't. I'll show you in a sec. What I'm really interested at the moment is just a nice flat surface. I'll be happy with a flat surface. Look, there we go. Cut that bit off because probably not worth saving. Well, sort of worth saving, but as a separate piece. Damn it. There we go. Somewhat foolish. 15. Thank you, guys. Right. 15 people sitting in the chat. 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 This might be suitable when it dries and I carve it up properly, or I polish it up properly. We'll know for sure. But it might work. Just like this, it might work. And I'll show you the reason why I think it might. Right. That guy's got just the tiniest amount of colour, not much to work on. But let me show you something. I'll be right back. Oh, I might change the glass too. Alright, so this is the reason, guys. I'll turn this off for a second, just so you can see it. And I'll zoom right in so you can really see. Here it is. This is one that I cut yesterday, or the day before I think it was. That's a picture stone. Now you can see there's a whole motif that's actually sitting in there. And that's not in the traditional coloured sense. As a matter of fact, if you turn it over, you can actually see colour on the back of it. But I've opted to actually go for the top here. This is part of what I'm calling cherry blossom pattern, because the cracks, they seem to be able to produce this beautiful motif of a kind of like a Japanese garden in the wintertime. So you can see that kind of thing. Yeah, and we're cutting that one in the middle of a sesh. So that's why I'm grabbing stones like this that look kind of like that, because I'm hoping that the white and the potch kind of come together and make it into something quite nice. So I hope that actually brings it all together. That's 15 carats, by the way, and I think depending on how it's taken by the market, it's always a interesting thing. The market may well react quite favourably or quite badly to it. So you just never know, basically. Here we go. Oh, thank you. 10 likes. That's good. Thank you. It's mostly the opal's fault, because what you do is you look for symmetrical cracks to your infill. Got a few of them sitting around. I actually there should be one sitting up on the bench again. I lost it. So if you have a look here, oh, far out, sorry. There we go. So if you have a look here, we might be able to make something of that. Can you see that white potch there? So I'll see what I could do. First thing you got to do is actually find where it all goes, make sure it's nice and interesting. Don't think we're going to go far with that one. Let's, oh, we might. No, we'll move on because times are wasted. What I'll do is I'll cut this guy because this has got lots of potential. Now you see the kind of vision that I'm going for. Not only that, there's actually some opal here. So let's give this one a very careful trim. Oh, 11 likes. Thank you, guys. Now that's something we can work with on this side too. Just for the sake of the neighbours. Yep. So what are we thinking? I'll try and make something of this. I think I've got a few ideas. That's interesting. It's starting to go rainbowy just at the junction here. Let's see if that continues. That'd be nice. 2 more wheat bits. I have a feeling that this is actually going to burst into colour. I'm going for a picture stone only, and yet I think it's actually going to end up colourful. So either way, we win. If it doesn't end up colourful, we go back to picture stone. I have a feeling this side might actually have some good stuff on it. But just before the black bursts through the grey, and this is the time when the colour might appear. No guarantees, of course, and there is a crack there. Yeah. We'll see. Does the crack last? I don't think it does. Will it cause an issue? Maybe. We'll see. Might be interesting. Maybe worth going from this side because we've got a bit of layering here. So if we're going to do that, I'm starting to think strategically. We want to have an oval because they look better as an oval. Circle in the drain already? What do you know? Okay. One hour and 30 supply, I suppose. It's not too bad. Hello there. Hello, David. I presume you were saying hello to Luke. Luke, I am your father. I'm sure he said that before. As you can see, I'm just getting the bare bones of the cab sorted out now. There's a little bit leggier and that side. I have a bit better chance of making a better cab. That's alright, I can just keep annealing the corners off till such a time as we have the perfect cab. Thought it was original. Gee. Well, it was original from my point of view. Many of the truths we cling to depend on our own point of view. Okay, we just ran out of water. Oh, 13 likes. So what I've just done is I've just made that. Now it may or may not turn out as good as the other one did, but you can see where that's all headed. I'll get the other one for comparison. It's just the natural potch pattern that we're going for here, so hopefully that'll turn out a similar way. But we'll go inside and we'll have a chat with the birdies, because that's kind of what we do around here. We have a chat with the birdies, and we hope that they are going to be nice to us, basically. I'm going to bring the other one in. All right, here we go. Yoke. Right, here we go. Oh, I left this open. Sorry, guys. Yeah, some frozen cockatoos. At about this point, take the jacket off, turn the light on, and say hello to the birdies. No, that's not good. I'll be back. I've assessed this for OHS. Okay. Sorry, it was just a blown light blow. Right. Get you some food, don't you worry. There we go. Right. I'll check out the eruption. Now Max is very... Do you want to scratch your poo? You do, don't you? Scratchy poo. You want a little scratchy poo. Yeah, you want a bit of scratchy poo. Maxie wants a scratchy poo. Her name. Love you, Bitey, and like and subscribing. Yes, this is Maxie. Maxie the Bitamus. Yeah. If you had his life, you'd be a bit angry too, I reckon. The thing that really saddened me was that when I first saw him, the look that he gave me was just sheer terror. And it was because originally I didn't flinch when he bit me, because you don't flinch when they bite. And he just couldn't cope with that. It was the only way he could keep people away from him. So it was a bit sad. But it's good now, because he's like, he kind of gets it. Don't think Loki wants out. Don't think either of them want out, really. Max is just sitting there going, whatever. Like he's just glad I closed the door, aren't you, huh? The thing is, you can breathe into their feathers and warm them up, but because they're prey species, they really don't like you getting your mouth anywhere near them. Yeah. Hey, Max. Yeah. I think I've got a chicken in the freezer that's warmer than these two. What you doing, huh? All right. I'm gonna close this door because I know you don't want Max in there. I know, Max. It's just one of them things. Listen, in this house, consent matters. All right. Want a scratchy feet? Scratchy feet? Come here. Here you go. Yes, they are. And when they tear them up, I actually reburn them. You can see that he's torn them up a bit and I've burnt them. Just to keep them from having too many threads that go inside the cockatoos. They were they're called battle ropes. I got them from a gym instructor. Hello, pony. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Boink. It's all right. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Here we go. And bam. Hello. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? You got some noises to make? Yeah. Like and subscribe. Now listen, I swear on the grave of the people who made those internet farms over in the Ural Mountains that I didn't use my voice. It was entirely Pony. So I'd suggest that if you want to do the right thing, then you do what Pony says. And like and subscribe. Oh well, I've done that, I don't know, about 20 times in a row now. Yes, he has. I'm getting sick of it. Did you hear that? Anyway, have a lovely afternoon or morning or whatever it is. I'm going to have a lovely whatever it is over here. Max is starting to get a little bit frisky. Great. And I'm getting a bit tired. I'm going to go to bed now. See you around, Opal Guy. Yeah, and go and watch the volcano and watch whatever Opal Guy does. Because he's got good videos out there. There you go, Pony. Good bird. Good bird. I think that's all that we've got for you. I'll flip it around. The two birds can say goodbye. Goodbye. That's right, goodbye. And that's all for me. Dr. Phil out.